Euro-Asian stock exchanges. Last month, Federation welcomed a new member, Sydney Stock Exchange, and today I am very happy to have our first interview with the director, Antony Tolfts from Sydney Stock Exchange. Thanks for joining me, Antony, and welcome to FAIAS.
Manu, thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to be a FAIAS member, and thank you for having us this evening, my time, this morning, your time.
Thank you. Let's start from Sydney Stock Exchange initiatives and let us know what are the key strategic initiatives the Sydney Stock Exchange is working on at this moment and what plans are for 2021.
Thank you, Manu. And look, 2021's come around quickly. The Sydney Stock Exchange is really focused on providing depth to the Australian market. We are a tier 1 stock exchange, which means we can list companies of any size. Our real focus is on those companies who are taking their first steps generally in the public markets. So they are too small to list on the main bourse, and if suitable, we can help them list on the Sydney Stock Exchange. Our focus is really on making that listing process as efficient as possible while still maintaining that suitable rigor through sort of using some clever, smart technology in the background and getting things done as quickly and efficiently as possible. Our real goal for certainly the first half of 2021, still feels strange to say that, is just building and improving our market access. Now, the Sydney Stock Exchange already has over 550,000 retail investors able to access our market. We would like to see more and more of those investors able to access our market through an online device, your smartphone or similar. So we're really about helping our brokers, our market participants, facilitate access to our market in an easier manner. And look, we're excited that there's a few projects going on that we hope will bring those goals into reality. We've also recently established a board for ESG businesses, and that's something we're very excited about. Only recently established, and it's something that we work together, inspired by the United Nations Sustainable Stock Exchanges Initiative, and it's for companies who meet listing criteria as any listed company would. But equally, they meet some metrics in terms of environmental, social, and governance. We have a set-aside board that will just allow investment in those companies, or rather allow those companies to be set aside for investment. So that's something we're really excited about and really passionate about the SSX.
Great. So you are mostly attracting everyone, and this is good. So stock exchange, the main function of it, to attract both issuers and investors, and good luck in this. And attraction are coming from the financial literacy. As much people know about the market, the more they are being attracted. So you SSX has an academy, and the academy is organizing an educational courses in financial market. So what is the impact of these courses, and who is the target group here? And what about the SSX role in promoting financial literacy in your country?
The SSX Academy is something that's very dear to all of our hearts at SSX. We really believe in providing that introduction to financial markets or financial literacy. And the inspiration is to give very short, typically 1-hour courses to people who have little or no experience in financial markets, to sort of dip their toe in and either see if they think financial markets could be a career for them, or if they would just like more information personally, or if they're already in the space and just looking to brush up on certain areas. There are a number of courses on our website, 22, 23 at the moment, and they range from real base level overview of the financial markets to exciting topics like Corporations Act, blockchain, even one on cryptocurrency, which we had last week, and other sort of tech industry. And the idea is really they can be accessed anywhere in the world that has a internet access, including any of the fierce other territories. And I wanted to mention something. The SSX recently obviously joined FIES at the 30th General Assembly, also celebrating 25 years of FIES. So yeah. Congratulations on your 25-year anniversary.
Thank you.
We would like to celebrate your 25 years by offering FIES members 25% off our SX Academy courses. Simply head to our website. There's a coupon code. Just enter FIES25, one word, and you'll get that discount. So I'd encourage all FIES members who are watching us now and able to access an internet to have a look. The courses are delivered by an industry expert from Australia. We can work out time zones as we have done today. And we'd love to see some global audiences attend the events. Currently, they're very popular interstate, so across Australia, but we'd love to see wider membership or wider attendance.
Oh, this was real surprising news for me. Thank you very much, and thank you SSX for this initiative. So FIES 25. The coupon code is for 25% discount from SSX Academy. Thank you very much.
No, my pleasure. And I don't know if we can keep this going all the way up to the 100th anniversary.
Let's hope. This is about the sustainable development, and I hope we as FIES and you as SSX and all our members are keen to the sustainable development, and we will reach the 100 and more. Thank you.
No, my pleasure, and we hope to see many FIES members and community attend the events. And there's all folks coming from a range of abilities, from people who are currently studying one field and keen to just know a bit more about financial markets, to people who've been in the game a long time and just looking for a refresher course. So everyone's welcome. Have a look.
Thank you. And also, you mentioned that in your academic courses you have about the blockchain and cryptocurrency, which I encourage and which I support also, because coming from the traditional market, sometimes people are not that much going forward to the crypto and blockchain. But this is what I also suggest to the people who will use this tool, who will use the academy courses. This is the tipping point for nowadays in the capital market and also in finance. So the future of finance is a bit different rather than classical one. So thank you for this. And let's come to some interesting questions about the listing procedure at SSX. So you are organizing this in some different way, with a sponsor support and with the new role of the player. So now, what is the role of the SSX sponsor? And please, will you tell us a bit more about the listing procedure at the SSX?
Antony, with pleasure. The sponsor is a role that's targeted at providing support to companies listing on the SSX. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, our target is for those companies who are taking often their first step in public markets, and that they probably have a good experience in running and growing their business, but may not necessarily know all of the obligations that come with managing a listed company. Things like continuous disclosure, having an AGM, quarterly, half-yearly updates if applicable, and those sorts of matters. We recognize it will take time to become proficient at keeping the market updated. And for that reason, we have a good list of capable and pre-qualified market sponsors who simply hold hands of companies for the first 2 years of being listed and help them through the listing process. We find that it gives our markets additional expertise, and it's certainly in everybody's best interest for those companies to learn from an early stage how to do the right things and become a successful listed company. Therein lies the SSX sponsor. All of those details, as well as a list of SSX market sponsors, are on our website, ssx.com.au. Your second question, which is equally good, is on the listing process of the SSX, and it's something that we're very proud of. Now, we have taken great inroads to make our listing process suitable for a smaller company. And for that reason, we work towards a timeline from once all the documents are put together to list or admit the company within 4 to 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. And we do that by outsourcing a review process where we can. So, we use an independent geologist. We get an independent third party to do a lot of global checking for us, as well as checking that we will do internally. Mm-hmm. But by doing that, it really allows the SSX to expedite typically a lengthy process. Sydney Stock Exchange is also not a big organization, relatively speaking, and that allows us to have that efficiency of getting things processed a little bit quicker. And that's something we're very proud of. A lot of smaller companies also have a much simpler structure, and so it allows our process to be built around those structures. Sorry, that's a long way of saying we work hard to do things as efficiently as possible while still maintaining rigor.
Great. And the last efficient work you did, let's come back to the crypto and all related to that. We are saying this is digital revolution. I would like to say this digital evolution, continuing evolution. And you did the first crypto funded IPO. And it was live at Sydney Stock Exchange last week. This is a huge success, I think, for your team, and congratulations on this. Tell us about this process and main challenges during this process, and how you managed all this first time.
Omni, you're very kind. I should say it's the first known successful IPO to accept digital assets. I understand that there has been one more known unsuccessful IPO in a different country. And I think the company you're referring to is West Coast Aquaculture. And if I could take a moment to appreciate that the company actually did all the right governance and structures and all of the appropriate regulatory matters. They took their time and really got all the details right to allow them to successfully list. They raised sufficient monies as under their prospectus, and including of those monies raised, the vast majority were through a digital asset called USDT, mm-hmm. which is a digital asset linked to the US dollar. And obviously that gives you certain sort of price stability. I should say, obviously we were very delighted that West Coast selected the SSX as their listing venue, and obviously that they've had a great result so far. I mean, the company is now listed, it's trading in a traditional means on the SSX, and obviously all of that information is on our website. We look forward to them being a successful listed company. And again, I'd encourage you to have a look at their website. The digital asset piece was managed by the Stacks team out of Melbourne, Australia, and they had Agile Legal, I think, doing their due diligence, putting the prospectus together, and in fact will be their sponsor for the first 2 years of listing on the SSX.
So you used all the products and all the services that you are offering in this IPO, and again, congratulations on this. And this also was possible with the technology that you are using. So SSX is ahead of facing new technology challenges and bringing changes to the local market. On a global scale, where is your country standing in terms of adopting new technologies and new trends in the market?
Omni, and of course you have a history of working at the NASDAQ. SSX, we use world-leading products, and one of those is we have a traditional NASDAQ trading system, which allows all of our brokers to connect in a manner that they're used to. SSX settles in a T+2 basis, as does the rest of the Australian market, and we're connected to the sort of wider information flow through IRIS in Australia. Mm-hmm. But certainly the SSX is always keeping an open mind to new opportunities, new technology, and we were one of the first exchanges to start playing in the blockchain space, and we had a working beta testing product in 2015, 2016 on blockchain, which was a very early adopter in that space.
So new technologies will bring new opportunities, and I wish you also good luck in this. This 2020 was a challenging year for everyone, and you overcame these challenges and came to this successful IPO and some other successful stories. Tell us how you manage these challenges of 2020, and how are you keeping the communication with your partners, with brokerage companies, with your staff?
Well, Omni, quite right, and I should say, fortunately, the SSX has been, preparing for many different scenarios over the years, and I think, like many companies, thankfully, the SSX practiced, business continuity planning and disaster recovery on a regular basis, and thankfully we did, so that when the time came, we were able to work with the vast majority of staff remotely and still maintain the business. And it's only because we've been practicing for the years beforehand that we could put those plans into place. And certainly, Omni, much like we are doing now, we've practiced using technology ahead of when we needed to use it, so that we were well prepared and well placed to switch to a digital engagement when we needed to. And it was lovely to speak at your 30th General Assembly last month through the benefits of technology, as we're doing now. We are sympathetic to a lot of companies that have had to delay some of their 2020 plans. A lot of companies had to put their plans to list on hold due to the pandemic, and some companies had to really scale down. And all we can say is that the SSX remains open for business, and when the time is right, we look forward to supporting companies that we can. And
my last question, in your personal opinion, what will life look like after the COVID pandemic, and what other challenges do you think that humanity will face?
Well, Omni, thank you. And I think another way of saying that is what opportunities will there exist? And obviously the world has learned to do things in different ways in the past 9-10 months, and I think certainly that there'll be some lessons learned and some differences. The SSX, like any business, always looking at ways to do things differently, and that's one of the many reasons why we're so happy to have joined FIAS, because we can have that community spirit and discuss and share best practices, and we go through these things together, and we come out together stronger, hopefully, and with some new ideas. And so we look forward to engaging with FIAS in 2021 and beyond, to do things as best as possible and come up with some clever thinking together.
Thank you, and I like your approach to make the challenge into a possibility. So thank you, Antony, for joining me. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us, Omni. Look forward to speaking again with you soon.
Thanks.